good, y'all? This is Saturdays with Mr. L and his friends. I got all my friends in the building. I know that song ain't quite so friendly, but today's topic of discussion is being in love with somebody that might not appreciate the love that you're giving. And I got all my friends in the building. I got Rob Finesse in the building, D-Royal One. I got the commissioner keeping things in check. I got Charlie Biggs in the building. I got black men from Black History making too much goddamn noise in the background, but I love them anyway. World of Rama's in the building. And of course, DJ Fame BK that's got us all warmed up, got me feeling like I'm running on a treadmill. And then next to me on my left, the artist that helped me inspire this, we had a dope conversation right before creating this record. And we talked a little bit, and it inspired the record In Love With Who from my album before it started. Give a big round of applause and a warm welcome to Melle K Lo K. Yo. Oh man, I always loved your name, bro. It's like K Lo K.
Hey, listen, I'm the original K Lo K too. Yo.
Shout out to K Lo K.
Good.
I've known you for quite some time, and we never really had a chance to like do a track together, right?
Right.
We never really had a chance to do a track together, and so it was interesting to have that. Tell me about what you thought of the process of us working on that song.
Oh man, I think it was organic. It was natural. You know, we tend to, when we get in the studio, we tend to like go freestyle.
Yeah.
You know I
kind of know somewhat what you be looking for, to like the vibe, and sometimes I'll be off center sometimes.
Yeah.
But that day I felt like I was completely in tune with what you was trying to do. We had an important conversation about relationships, and you know, some of my friends that also follow you on Instagram are like, "Yo, L, check on your cuz, yo. You saw what he just posted?"
Yeah, they
like,
be coming at me, man. I be talking that black love and that, you know, that
Instagram
relationship.
Be on fire, bro.
Yeah.
Jesus, tell me about some of those statements, bro.
Listen, I'm all for black love. I'm all for my people. It's just the reality is the modern day dating world is a little bit different from what it used to be.
Okay.
So I just talk about it.
So where y'all real shorties at though? What y'all want to talk about? Maybe the shorties out there want to talk about it, right?
Where they at? I mean, we meet a lot of these city girls. I mean, I can't seem to find them.
Oh, I hear what's happening.
Yeah, I meet a lot of city girls, you know, a lot of women that just, you know, they looking for a come up.
I mean, where you meeting them? Tell me about how you meeting them. I mean, you're gonna meet a city girl where city girls be at, right?
So, I mean, we got social media, we got the clubs,
listening.
we got the restaurants, we got the lounges, you know, just typical in the street.
Right, okay.
You know, you meet these kind of women. Unfortunately,
I mean, is there another place that could you go to the church or something? And
that's what somebody told me. But you know what? I think church women are usually, you know, a little bit more.
Well, what's all? I hear a lot of.
Let me be careful. Let me be careful.
There's a lot of
say.
men in the room. First of all,
right.
There's a lot of testosterone in the room.
Listen,
there's only
what
one.
Make a church woman,
there's only
the
one
question I have
woman
is,
in the room. The commissioner is a woman, so let's be respectful and mindful.
Always.
Okay, this is not barbershop talk, right?
Not
barbershop talk. This is Mr. L. Said, she said, say what you got to say it with your chest. All right, okay. The commissioner's comfortable with the conversation. Let's go. Let's talk.
Man, what brings the women to the church is usually because they live in a certain kind of lifestyle. They want to try to, like, you know,
Oh, but what about the ones that was brought up in the church and been there the whole time?
A lot of times they were sheltered and they didn't have a choice.
Right.
So when they get in the real world, they tend to.
They little freaks to me. I'm just saying.
Oh, that was DJ Fame BK.
That was not me. It wasn't me. I didn't say it.
I like to think that the woman I selected for me. It's not a freak, but you know, whatever.
You're a lucky man, you know.
Yeah, I like to think.
I want to be in a position like you one day, you know.
I mean, it's a lot of like energy in the background. Like, so I knew this is what's gonna.
This is a good topic.
I knew it was gonna stir something up because every now and then, men, we feel like our love goes unappreciated.
Yeah, it does.
I don't remember.
Especially the black man in America. It's very difficult for the black man in America. I want to put emphasis on that because we got a lot on our back, and unfortunately, our black women got too independent to where they feel like they don't need us, and it shows in the behavior. It shows.
I mean, but as really, that's how you feeling, Fame?
That's That's how we feeling.
I mean,
I'm speaking for the black men,
but-
the high value black men, the men that's doing shit in life. You know,
But what?
not
Okay,
the
so
fuck
can
boys.
I be like devil's advocate on this one?
Let's do it.
So, can we grow like how our women are growing? So our women are growing to be professional. Our women are growing to be independent. Can we love them in that independence? Can we share the world in their independence? Like, could we, you know, because I live in a household where my lady is about to receive her master's degree, and there was a time where she was working at just a regular shipping company job before 9/11, and the company went defunct because 9/11 shut down all of the shipping industry.
Yeah.
Like the third party shipping companies like DHL and Shoreway and all of these small companies that used to feed New York City, nobody trusted them because of the terrorist attack that we got. Right. And so all of those got bought out by bigger companies, and a lot of people lost their jobs. Nobody talked about what happened during that cycle. And then right behind that, we had the real estate crash. Yep. So a lot of things happened in that time that a lot of women that were working those types of jobs lost their independence. But what happened in my household is I gave her space to don't go back to work, don't go back to those type of jobs, go to college, get a degree, find a career. Let me figure how to get the money. And I don't remember how I did it. I just did what needed to be done. I guess it's
that's
instinct.
what we do. That's
for black
men.
men. It's our instinct to just figure out what we need to do and bring it in.
Absolutely.
So now she's like, yes, head of the household. What I'm gonna do with
the lead?
What I'm gonna do with Mr. Hoffs, man?
Hoffs was talking that shit. I agree with everything that man was saying.
Hoff one, man.
You talking that real
no,
shit.
yeah, that was actually, he dropped a really dope jewel about the changes that happens in a relationship. So we have to be prepared. I feel like we have to be prepared for those changes. Like even as a person, as me as a professional, there are different changes in my life span in my career. Like, you know, I did that Plan B. Remember that Plan B I talked about? I did that for 22 years, way too longer than I was supposed to do. And then, you know, and I navigated through different cycles of what type of professional I am, right? So there's going to be another change. So relative to relationships with women, why can't we allow them to have the same changes?
I think that women can and should be independent, but I think that we can't forget about the roles. I mean, the reality is there are roles for a man and a woman, and I feel like for women they forgot about the roles once they got their independence.
But do you think that role should change though? Like, see, like okay, say for instance, there's a dope story I tell people all the time. Mm-hmm. I found this story online. The girl was talking about the way her family makes meatloaf. I tell this story a lot. Mm-hmm. And she said, you know, every time the family make the meatloaf, they cut the ends off because, you know. So somebody said, yo, why you cut the ends of the meatloaf off like that when you eat the meatloaf? And she was like, oh, my family always did it that way. It's got to be something about it's just our style, the way it tastes. You know, she came up with some crazy excuse to why she cut the ends off of the meatloaf. So then she said, you know what? Let me ask my mom's why we cut the ends of the meatloaf. She asked my mom, why we cut the ends of the meatloaf off? You know what I'm saying? So the mom's just like, because that's the way my mom did it. She always cut the ends off. You know, that's how it came. And so that's just the way we made our meatloaf. And that's the style we make our meatloaf. She's like, you know what? Let me ask my mom's why she cut the ends of the meatloaf off. You know what I'm saying? She went to her mom's, yo, mom, my daughter came to me and said, yo, why do we need to cut the ends of the meatloaf off? She said, well, I never cut the ends of the meatloaf. We couldn't afford the big meatloaf pan, so I packed it in the small meatloaf pan, and that's how the edges was because of the pan that we could afford for the meatloaf. So 3 generations down, they thought there was a reason why they cut the meatloaf that way, when at the end of the day, grandma just couldn't afford the big meatloaf pan. Right. So I say that because sometimes we have processes in our life that become extinct, but we don't go back to the process to take all of that out and renew the process so that it works. Right. So I'm saying in our lives, when our women evolve, we have to figure out how to evolve with that and navigate around that. Because, okay, if this is how the women are now, how could I be a part of her life and be fruitful to her life the way she is? But in the other token, she's got to find the space or the need that she needs to understand what a guy can bring to her life, but it doesn't have to be submissive. I don't think. I think it could be.
Here's the thing.
I don't think my lady has to bring me my slippers and cook for me every night.
Here's the thing, right?
You know what I mean?
Here's the thing. You know, men have to be providers and protectors, correct? Regardless.
I think we live in a time where all of us could be
Regardless.
providers.
But that is the man role. We naturally, our nature.
Yeah, but
is
that's
to
what our
provide
grandparents
and to
told us out of our need. That's why I go back to the meatloaf. We needed to do that because the woman couldn't do it. Now, after World War II, the women had to work.
So you don't believe it's the nature of a man to protect and provide? The nature.
Yeah, it was. It was instinct. It was instinct, but our instinct need to change now because a woman can provide.
I think it can change. It could, but in an elevation standpoint,
Right, but check this out,
Not
though.
completely. Hold up. Not completely just dismissing the role.
That is an error for her.
Huh?
A woman that dismisses
But
any
that's what I'm
opportunity
speaking
for
about.
someone
Those
to help her
women-
build
those
is
women
not
who
ready
forget
for a
about-
relationship.
Those women who forget about the number one thing,
Right.
which is your nature. Women are feminine, your nature, right?
But
You're
does she have to submit to your
nurture-
nature?
Absolutely,
No.
because listen, most high value, most successful black men
Right.
look for a submissive woman.
Wow.
So with submissive, you could be still independent.
But
You
they
could
have
still
submissive women out there. You can find them.
Yeah, no.
There's tons of them out there. I mean, they
Absolutely.
might act like
But
city
I'm
girls.
just telling you now, the submissive women have came to this understanding or realization that they don't need to be submissive anymore because they make enough money to nobody can't tell them nothing. That's what we in right now. The Cardi B's,
Okay.
the Megan Thee Stallion.
I know. I feel like I feel like Offset could talk shit to Cardi. I feel like.
I mean, listen, I'm not going to speak specifically on people's
right.
relationships, but I just know what is being publicized, what's being marketed. Is,
Okay.
Is
That's
women
TV,
don't
though.
need a
Yeah,
man.
right.
Get your own money. Do your own thing. You know what I'm saying? A man, man is an addition now.
You know who might be
But
publicizing that though?
Before, and we know this for a fact. Women need men. That's a fact. But society, the new modern women got a concept. We don't need no man. That doesn't even make sense in my mind. I'm like, how do you not need a man? How do you raise children without a man in a household? And if you do it, how do you make children? But if you do it, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's always consequences to it. So the kids grow up with certain issues, and there's certain things lack because that man wasn't in that household, and we all know that for a fact. Whether you're a woman or a young boy, you need your father there to teach you how to be a man.
Okay,
and a woman, the little girl, needs her father there to teach her what to look for in a man.
So you've identified an issue, right? That you feel about.
an issue. Yes, absolutely.
What are you doing to counter?
We making
issue.
some music and we talking about it. We having a conversation.
Yeah.
First of all, we gotta have a conversation.
Right.
Men gotta stop being afraid to speak on it.
Right.
Because I feel like that's the thing too. We're inferior when it comes to women. I don't know if it's because a lot of us was raised with single mothers and we was taught, don't talk back to your mother, don't do this. You know, we was taught to kind of be scared and fear our mother. When in reality, we should respect
I'm
our
understanding
mother,
the conversation
but we're
now better.
afraid to speak on certain things. You hear men who's married. They say, "Yo, I'll let my wife do what she do." I'm just. That's not how it's supposed
You know that's
to
an
be. I don't
important
think that's
preface
not
to the conversation. Like the young man that's raised by his mother that didn't have the man in the household that doesn't know how he can assert himself in the household.
Right.
So that is like, I do see that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I see examples of that in some of the young men that I do interact with, where they do feel like, don't talk back to your moms.
Absolutely.
And that does translate to how they have relationships with women. But you're not supposed to talk back to your moms, but it ain't supposed to come from your mom, it's supposed to come from your dad with their hand.
But see, here's the thing. That's my point. So if mom had dad, if dad was there, mom wouldn't have to check you.
Right.
Because dad would check you.
Right.
You understand what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you're right. You're absolutely right.
So we're not blaming faults on who's
Yeah, it's
there.
not-
We
it's
know
not-
society did a lot of systemic things to remove the black man from the family. We know that.
Whoa,
We're not blaming the black woman.
The commissioner,
not blaming-
just turned up in the background.
I'm ready for it. I'm prepared.
It got lukewarm
I'm
in here.
prepared for it.
Jesus Christ.
I'm prepared for it. But
I need
listen,
tissue.
we're not blaming the black woman. We're saying we have to all be accountable. We have to all be accountable for what happened.
Right.
Men and women. And all I see a lot of men take responsibility for not being there for their children. I see a lot of men get a lot of backlash. Right? We hear a lot about black men period. They not present. They don't be in the home, like as if it was our choice. We get a lot of that. But women, I notice, tend to get everything easy. Like y'all don't. It's no accountability. It's no accountability for women.
But you know, there was a time where it was tough for them, right?
Society has made it so easy for women to navigate that's the reason why they feel like there's no need to take accountability.
Oh, okay.
When a woman go to just as simple as a club, a beautiful woman go to the club, she'll skip the whole line, right? She'll get straight in. She'll go straight in. Why? Because she's a woman and she's beautiful, right?
But you know, for a while, women have been working very hard to have the same access that, you know, men have had for decades.
But now complaining about it though.
No,
they got the equality.
Right.
But now y'all
they're not getting. They're not getting complete equality. First off, okay. So they're getting access, but they're not getting the same pay that others do. The same jobs. They're doing the same jobs even better. So they're getting opportunities because when you look at the graduation rate in women, they're studying harder. They're getting access because they're doing the work to get the access. And unfortunately, a lot of our young black men aren't being taught that they could get access to. And so we need to teach our young men to get the access first.
Yes, that's important too. Yeah, absolutely.
And, you know, I'm learning now, you know, how to grind for my business and how to make sure that I get the grants and the resources I need to build what I need with the resources I have. Like, I should have known this 20 years ago when I first started producing music. Like, I wouldn't have had the need to even have a plan B if I knew all of the resources that I understand now were available to help me build the business and the brand and keep people employed. Like, there are incentives to employ people, and like the government gives grants and monies for people that keep people employed and make taxpayers. Absolutely. I did not know this, and I'm learning all of this over the year, and I'm like,
right.
Well,
so here's my belief.
But you know, I can't worry about nobody else's access though. I gotta worry about my access and what I gotta do with the resources that are being provided to me now. If I see somebody getting access to me, getting more access to me, then I could put that in front of the man that has to make the decision and say, yo, I noticed that and zip code 11206, y'all giving out more grants. Now, I did that, and it changed 3 decisions for me. So there is ways for us to use our skin color and our conversation to say, yo, because I was using my home address for PPP grants and SBAs and all of and the loans and dealing with the banks, and they rejected me every time for my zip code in Canarsie. Yo, I changed the 3 to a 0. And it got immediately approved. So I said, thank you. But then I also picked up the phone and called and said, yo, you know, the application exactly the same except for that 3 and 0. And they said, what you mean? I said, yo, why y'all not giving out grants in my neighborhood?
They know why.
Right. So then I get an email that they're targeting low income.
Of course.
Right. But I directly get the email because I said something and they don't want me to complain about it. I applied for that, and then they tried to reject me for that, and then I sent them a copy of my Schedule C's for 2019 and 2020 with a very explicit conversation that said, yo, what do you consider low income? Because this is how much money I made in the past 2 years. That application is being reconsidered and got brought up to management. So we have to know how to, keep telling me no, bro. Fuck with you.
I mean, black men been doing that. We've been figuring it all out.
But we have to be able to teach our sons that.
Absolutely.
Because our women already know how to do it.
Yes.
They went to college and found that out.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It's out here. Like it's out for it's out. I encourage anybody to go to businessexpress.nyc.gov. I am not lying to you. I will not steer you wrong. If you want me to help you get through that fucking page, I went through it with my man Rob Finesse so he can finance his next album project. Yo, you building businesses, you creating jobs, you could get some grants, man.
Listen to the information. This is the information.
Out there. And we had long conversations about this last year when you was building the restaurant.
Absolutely.
So, we gonna let DJ Fame do his thing, and when we get back, we talking about that restaurant, bro.
Gotcha.
Congratulations, the city about to be opening up. Niggas gonna be eating crab legs. Yo, DJ Fame, all my friends is in the building. I got Melle K Lo K in the building, Ralph Finesse in the building, Charlie Biggs in the building. I got D Royal 1. Y'all gonna see him on the ones on the microphone doing some comedy in a month or so. And then we got Black Men with Black History coming out. We got World of Rhyme in the building. The commissioner's keeping us in check, and you're listening to Saturdays with Mr. L Newtown Radio. Yo, take us out, DJ Fame. What up?
Yo.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Yo, hold on, back up. I want to know about the restaurant.
Let's get it.
Man. Fuck this shit. The city's opening up.
You caught us on an early morning, man.
The city's opening up. I'm trying to get to this motherfucking restaurant because we got to get out of
Let's
here
get it.
in 9 minutes.
Let's get it.
So DJ Fam with the 1s and 2s. All my friends in the building. We warming it up. I feel like I'm on a treadmill. Tell me the name of your restaurant in Queens.
So we got Chew the Fat coming. Is in Queens.
Chew the Fat. That's a dope ass name, bro.
Thank you. Me and my partner and mentor AI Al. Shouts out to you. We'll be open hopefully by June. Chew the Fat is gonna be in Queens, Rockaway Boulevard. Seafood, soul food.
They got a website yet?
Well, we didn't put the website together
that's
yet.
Right. That's his turf right there. You World
Queens,
Rama turf right
146
there.
in Rocky.
Oh,
You heard?
146 in Rocky. So Chew the Fat is opening up possibly
Fat.
in June. As soon as they get the okay from de Blasio.
It's been
When
a
the
lot of
doors
shit with the
open, when
pandemic, yeah.
So I already saw some of the interior photos. It's looking kind of sexy
It's
in there.
spliffy. It's spliffy.
It's kind of sexy.
It's
So I hit him up. I'm like, yo, can I shoot a video in there? He's like, nah, not right now, son.
We gotta
like,
get it done.
You wilding on me like
We
that,
gotta
son?
get it done. We almost done. When we get it done, we're gonna do it all.
I saw what I needed for production. I'm just saying. I'm looking in there like, I want to get in there before everybody else get in there and want
Listen,
to shoot a video.
we could do that. Let's work on that. Let's
I
talk
know.
about
You know what I'm
it.
saying? Maybe we could do. Yeah.
Let's do it. I'm with it.
You know what I mean?
I'm with it.
That way we could promote Chew the Fat.
Chew the Fat.
And they could come out to Queens.
Yes, sir.
What's the address again?
146 in Rocky.
So I want y'all all right now. I want y'all to just go. Y'all got an Instagram, right?
Who, me?
Instagram Live on Chew the Fat?
Yeah.
So the Instagram, go
No. We don't got the Instagram live on Chew the Fat. Sorry.
Not yet? All right,
If you
so-
want to know about Chew the Fat, follow me, Mr. K Lo K. And I'll be posting different stuff. And then soon we'll have everything up. Website,
He's
all
gonna
that.
be posting other stuff too,
Yeah,
though.
I
'cause
got so much shit going on right now.
You got
man.
a couple of investments I see that you're working on.
Yeah, man.
So
Trying to stay busy.
follow Mr. K Lo K.
Yes, sir.
He's got a couple of investment opportunities that he's working on.
Yes,
and
sir.
if you're the right partner for what he's working on,
Yes, sir.
he might consider you.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, because
Shout out to my cousin Infant who just opened up BK Lobster in Elizabeth, New Jersey.
Oh, that's your
Shouts
cousin?
out to you.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know
Yes,
that's
sir.
what's up.
Shouts out to you. Yes,
Oh
sir.
yeah, I know about the Elizabeth opening because when we were doing my party, the owner kept like.
Well,
kinda,
actually,
like,
nigga, that's your cousin too.
Oh yeah, okay. For the record, yeah, we're cousins. That's how I
For
know
the
this
record,
guy.
for the record, we related.
We're related.
That's
This
the
is-
hustle
this
wit's in us.
bloodline,
It's
this
the more
bloodline.
hustle.
Yeah, it's
more hustle.
bloodline. It's bloodline happening here.
Yeah,
but
man.
yeah, but I'm glad you came out. We was talking about relationships. It's hard for us to get all the way in there because there's so many layers to like the way we feel emasculated in the new version of relationships, and we have to figure out how to navigate it so it's comfortable for working men that want to provide at that level,
Absolutely,
and for women that want to have that independence.
but still be submissive.
Whoa,
Still be submissive.
Hey, you might be.
Listen, we want submissive
Yo, you know
women.
what? This is what
I don't know. The men that I know, the black men that I know, we want submissive
But
women.
you don't want to.
We don't want to have to fight and argue with no women
You don't
all
want a city
day.
girl, but you want an independent woman that's submissive.
Yes, independent woman that
Man,
has
you're-
submissive qualities is very important for a black man's
What's
success.
what's that movie I was watching where he told the girl to get the ashtray?
What movie is that?
Fall from Grace.
I never
That's what
seen
you
that
want, one
movie.
of those kind of leaders. Where
I never
you-
seen it. I never seen that
When
movie.
you get a chance, go Fall
I
from
want a
Grace on
queen. I
Netflix.
want a queen, and if a queen is a woman who's submissive, but then she know when to take the front seat if need be. That's all.
You wanted to put you in a head yoke sometime?
Nah, that's the women I don't want. That's the alpha. That's the alphas. I don't really want an alpha woman. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't want to be fighting and arguing every day. I don't want to have to tussle with you.
Oh my God, I'm having so much fun here
You
with
know?
K Lo K.
Yeah.
So I know just a quick shout out. K Lo K is a music artist himself.
Yes, sir.
He got a single out with DC Direct Connect.
Yeah, we
called
coming out with
Beautiful
that.
People. That's
Yes,
dope. But the single and the video is out now on YouTube, right?
Yes, sir.
So,
Beautiful People is out. We did that for all that was going on with all the murderers, all the murders that was going on.
Yeah,
So we did
these
that for
social
black
incidents
people,
need to be talked about. You
Yes,
know what I'm
sir.
saying?
Yes,
So
sir.
I think it's a really dope record. I like the edge I put
Thank
on
you.
there. I like the way the video looked. The style of it is great. So when you get a chance, check out Melle K Lo K and DC with the music video called Beautiful People.
Beautiful People.
That's already out there now. Make sure you click
it out on YouTube.
subscribe, follow. All of that, and make sure you follow Mr. K Lo K
Yes, sir.
on Instagram so you can find out about what's latest with Chew the Fat.
Yes,
Because
sir.
that restaurant is right around the corner.
Yes, sir.
And if you get a chance, you know what I mean, scroll by Mr. L Track. He got a song with me called In Love With Who
Yes,
on the
sir.
album before it started.
Yep.
We're also working on a documentary, so I may need you to sit down and have a conversation in front of the cameras that we have in the background.
I'm with all that.
All right, cool. So we're going to do some of
anything
that.
you need me for.
We just want to talk about, the history of us working together and how we got to this point.
Yeah.
And the things we know about our growth as men. So, I think we talked about the topic the whole time with you, so we don't have to really talk about it. So thank you for coming out. I'm going to bring D-Roy 1 back in the building because I want to just do a recap. He had some things he wanted to slide by my way to talk about. But thank you, Melle K Lo K, for coming in the building.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate you always.
Thank you for being in the
love.
building. And Melle K Lo K, follow him, Mr. K Lo K.
Yo.
It's the Saturdays of Mr. L. I got all my friends in the building. World of Rama's in the building. Black Man is in the building. Charlie Biggs in the building. The Commissioner keeping us
Black
in check.
Kings is in the building.
Rob Finesse is in the building. DJ Fame BK
Black
is in the building on the
Kings
1
is
and
in
2s.
the building.
And I'm bringing back D-Roy 1 to sit with me for a couple of seconds.
Yo. Look.